my time to shine. He took over. He got it, splat! And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
It's time for a PSL girls title to be solved. It's been a run by Renaissance, 4 straight PSL titles for the Phoenix. Today, it's their rival, the Lady Mustangs. The only other team who has won in the last 6 years have been the Mustangs of Mumford High School, 12-5 on the year, 5-3 in league play. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Shane Lawal. Shane, great to be with you. You're very familiar with this Renaissance team, the former coach there. Let's start first with the Phoenix. Tell us a little bit about what we should know about the journey the Phoenix have been on this year.
Man, they're loaded, man. They're a little bit young, but they're good. I mean, from top to bottom of their roster, starting with their point guards, Cassidy Kane, Victoria Gambles. They got 2 solid, versatile wings in Imani Johnson and J.B. Autry. And they have size. You know, they got defenders. They kind of have everything, man. They're a really good team, and they play hard, and they're well coached.
And Deshaun Wood, their third-year coach, is the guy that took over after Shane. He's done a fine job with them. They'll look to get to the Breslin this year. But first, a title, and it will have to come against a Mumford team, Shane, that comes in under Kareem Hogan, a guy that's been here in his 19th season. What can you tell us about the Lady Mustangs this year in their club?
Man, Kareem is the man. He's a great coach, great teacher. And his kids love to play for him, and they play hard. You know, Elijah Thomas, I think, all-around player, real strong guard, and Cherish Jefferson is the motor and the engine of this team. You know, you got to contain her. You got to keep her body in front of her because she's going to create for everybody. It's going to be a really good game, and I think they're going to play hard.
No doubt. And these two teams, we mentioned the rivalry, and these are two teams that really know each other quite well, and we look forward to having this battle before us. We're going to step aside for the anthem. Shane and I are back to call the PSL girls title. It's the Phoenix and the Lady Mustangs. We'll have it for you coming up right after this.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
My time to shine. Took over.
Got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it. Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
How about it? Yeah, what a rendition. Somebody get that girl a contract. Chad Bush and Shane Lawal back with you. It's the PSL Girls Championship on the PreP. Already the unified game is in the books. Henry Ford with a 12-point win over Douglas. And Shane, look, Mumford and Renaissance. Renaissance comes in favored today, looking for their 5th straight title under Deshaun Wood. What are some of the keys for the Mustangs to stick around in this game?
I think, you know, Kareem said he wants to keep Renaissance in front of him. He wants to box out, you know, contain 24. That's what he said. Contain Imani Johnson and stop the transition.
Let's meet some of the Lady Mustangs as we look at the starters. Alasia Thomas along with Anna Ray Mixon, Leanna King, and Cherish Jefferson. Jefferson, the point guard, their leader. And Ariana Slater rounds out the starting 5 for Kareem Hogan. A city title back-to-back years for the Lady Mustangs in 18 and 19, and runners-up in 21 and 22 in the city title at Oakland University. For the Phoenix, a top 5 team in the state of Michigan. Under Deshaun Wood, they'll roll them out like this. Cassidy Kane, one of the guards. Kane is just a freshman, and she's not playing like it. She's one of their top players. Victoria Gambles is the junior guard, 5'5", a lefty. It's like they've got 2 point guards, and Gambles is one of the lead characters as well. JBJ Brian Autry, a forward, a very good one, and a great combination to go with Imani Johnson. She's 5'10". Leading to Imani Johnson, the senior guard. Still uncommitted. She's out there, can do so many things offensively. Great all-around player. Shane, I know you know her quite well and her game. And that's the starting 5 for the Renaissance Phoenix, led by Deshaun Wood in his 3rd year. What are the keys for Renaissance in this game in your eyes?
Oh, in my eyes, I actually agree very much with what Wood said. You want to keep, just like you want to contain 24 for Renaissance, you want to contain 10 for Mumford. I think if you keep Cherish Jefferson in front of you, good things happen defensively. But if you let her turn into that Speedy Gonzalez that she is, you know, it can be a long game. The kid is an engine. You know, she doesn't stop. She's going to play 32 minutes hard.
There are some folks out for the Phoenix, and we've got some scratches. Jayla Adams, the talented center, is out. Mariah Bradshaw, the senior guard, is out. Malaya Hall, the sophomore center, is out. And Ariana Denham, the junior forward, is also out, along with Casey Daniels, the 6-foot forward. So a lot of folks out of this game for Renaissance, but they're built on depth, they're built on youth, and they're an exciting brand of basketball we're about to see here at Wayne State Fieldhouse. The same campus that my partner once roamed.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
That's right.
Going to number 1 right away. Alasia trying to attack her size advantage.
Back out now to Mixon. Mixon will set it up. No shot clock, of course, in the state of Michigan. But directing traffic right now is Cherish Jefferson, the point guard.
Alasia wants the ball. Running a flex action, I see. Run a little bit of a flex. Mumford is not a bad system with the roster that they have.
King gets a shot, no good. Here comes Gambles in this offense for Renaissance. JB Autry with it. Right of the lane, floater, no good from Autry. Offensive rebound, right back into the hands.
2 good defensive possessions, by one each by both teams. But Victoria, sneaky lefty, gets to the basket, gets fouled. It's going to be a good defensive game, I think.
Second chance opportunities, and you look at the replay.
I don't know about that.
Phantom foul.
I mean, I guess it's a foul somewhere, but, you know, if we're calling that a foul, it's going to be a lot of whistles blown today.
You're not lying. Free throw line left, free throw in and good for Victoria Gambles, the junior guard. What do you like about Gambles and her game?
Vic, I love Vic. Vic, lefty, you know, she can go right, but you can't speed her up. She can shoot the ball, you know, sneaky and crafty with her dribble and her footwork.
Autry gets the rebound on the miss, and Renaissance will stay on this side of the court what seems like for the last 3 minutes. We haven't even played a minute.
Hey, Kareem said they got to box out. They're going to have to box out. You know, the wings rebound. You know, everybody's going.
Open to the rim, attack up and good. How about it? That's
okay,
Ariane Vincent.
Yeah. Ariane Vincent. She was on the roster when I was there. She played JV for me. Great, great kid.
Unexpected starter for the Renaissance. And pressure up top on Mixon. Great ball pressure from Amani Johnson.
That's good defense. Got to get it back to Cherish. Got to keep the ball in her hands, 10-1. I think that'll be the key offensively, is letting Cherish run the show consistently.
She runs it here as Kane sags a bit. Floater shot too strong, grabbed and tossed to the backcourt through the wickets of Jefferson, who will get the turnover, and Mumford yet to get settled offensively, Shane.
Yeah, this could take a little minute. That ball pressure is ball pressure, but it's controlled. You know, Renaissance is going to crawl into you, but they're not going to necessarily fly around undisciplined, you know, so you got to be patient and pick your spots.
Ball out of bounds play, lay it good. How about it, Amani Johnson? And timeout, Kareem Hogan. How about the ball out of bounds play?
That's just a veteran move, you know. They just ran the play before. They set 2 screens on the outside. Imani sees her defenders waiting on the screen, so she just gives a signal to her passer. Cass is a great passer. Fake attack to the middle. Good bucket.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Shane Lawal and Chad Bush back with you. Shane played pro basketball for 10 years in Europe, Spain and Italy and Russia. Played at Wayne State, played at Oakland, graduated from both places. Shot off the mark, no. Rebound by the Phoenix.
They're getting good looks out there, flex action. You know, I would want to get number 1 some good looks out of it, you know, but, you know, number 5 has a chance to show what she can do as well. That was a good free throw line jump shot.
Yeah, clean look. Campbell's with it. To the corner attack. Autry in the paint. Floater too short. A good check out, and here comes Jefferson on the run. And
I love
she's fouled.
Cherish. I love Cherish.
She had a sister that she played with
Tiny,
for a while.
yeah, Samaya. Very similar to Cherish, you know, just they play hard. You know, they're tough-minded kids. Their dad is on the staff, Antoine Jefferson, one of the assistant coaches.
Okay. Bounce play, it'll be Cherish to deliver it.
Mumford running the same out-of-bounds play Renaissance ran on them.
I'll get it back somehow.
Right. Back to the flex action, cross screen, no down screen this time. Renaissance they're not even really denying 10-1. You know, we gotta try to move that ball, get it moving around.
Mid-post shot floater is blocked. Rebound picked up by Vincent. Here comes the Phoenix right to left.
Good take.
Tack
One
a
more.
toss into the first row. Good hands by the young man. How about those hands?
He's ready for the NFL.
He's ready. His dad says, you're ready for that? He says, yeah, you got me ready. 5-0, a shutout so far for the Phoenix in a slow-moving first quarter. We're about midway through. No buckets yet for Mumford. And Cherish with a dribble drive.
She stays on attack, a little bit out of control, but she's going downhill to the basket.
Couldn't find the hole, got there though.
Mumford is doing a good job of picking up in transition. That was a point of emphasis for them. That's 2 good possessions in a row.
Mixon forces it. Jump shot 16-footer is off for Slater. And what do you recommend for Mumford to do differently on offense?
I like this action they're running where they're posting up Alasia on the elbow and they're running a flex action under it. It reminds me of an old school Georgia Tech. But the problem with it is that I would try to see if I can get Cherish in the flex action so she's coming up to get the ball. But I like it because I think once you kind of get Renaissance to fall asleep in it, Alasia will get some one-on-one attacks from that elbow.
Well done. Shane is in his first year as the head coach at Marion High School in the Catholic League.
Go Lady Mustangs.
Yeah. Guys are approaching the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got some work to do, but we're fighting, working hard, getting better every day.
Yep. 3.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Low scoring, slow moving. Shot corner. Splash City. That's Cassidy Kane.
Great decision by Vic. Great confident shot by Cassidy. She can do it all, you know. Wood said that he knows that Mumford is going to help from everywhere and he wants to make them pay for it. That's a good start right there.
8-0 Phoenix. They went for 2 and got it. Right of the lane, dish back to Jefferson. Cherish. Double team, kick out. Right wing, 2-pointer, count it for Liana King.
Okay, Liana King, getting warmed up. They're going to need that third score in order to open this game up. That's a good sign for them.
That would be her. No Sanaya Williams tonight. She's out with an injury. Kick corner, same spot, different result for Kane. Mumford on the move, down by 6. Let's see if they can keep the offensive momentum going. Right wing 3, they need it, and that's too strong for Cherish.
Wood is going to pack the paint, transition or half court. You're going to have to beat him making shots. That's a very, we talk about me playing overseas. Wood played overseas, as long as I did, if not longer. And you're not going to beat him, you're not going to beat him without doing something magical.
The defense has been magical for Mumford in this game. They forced yet another turnover.
It's a dogfight. These two teams, I remember when I was still coaching, when I knew I had to play Kareem, I stretched the night before.
What is it that makes him such a great coach?
I mean, I think, one, he's confident in his kids. He gets the most out of them. Big shot.
Splash City for Slater. Timeout on the floor. Continue your point, sir, about Mr. Hogan. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, he believes in his kids. He's going to get the most out of them. They stay in the gym and they play hard. They play hard on defense. They're going to make you play a game you don't want to play. If you're a fancy team, they're going to make it ugly, and I love that about them. I always feel like they're a great test for us getting ready for the playoffs.
Well, I can see why. A 5-0 run after the Renaissance lead was 8-0 to start. The counterpunch by the kids from Mumford High. The Lady Mustangs 12-5 on the year. They beat Cass Tech in a tight one the other night. And sparks are flying there, huh?
Yeah, I heard it was a great game.
Yeah.
Heard the parents were getting into it in a good way. Heard they were getting into it in a good way. It was turning up. So, you know, Mumford, Cass, and Renaissance, when any of those, the combination of those 2-3 schools play, it's always a great atmosphere. Always a great atmosphere.
What is it for Renaissance that they need to tune up on and get a little better as they enter the state tournament coming up in a couple weeks?
I think they have to figure out what they are size-wise. They're fine right now. I think Imani, you know, doesn't want to play the 5, similar to like Anthony Davis. They have to figure out what they're going to do when they play a bigger team. You know, I think all eyes are on Belleville.
Yep.
Trying to be ready for a team like Belleville. You know, you just need to match the firepower of Sydney and company. But I think he's capable of beating anybody, you know. Good pressure, great pressure.
It's been that way for Mumford, forces the turnover. Euro floater up and good. That's Ariana Slater. She's got 5 of the 7 for Mumford. This is a 1-point game.
We got a game, baby. We got a game.
Johnson crosses over and travels. The pressure again forces the turnover. No argument from Imani.
You're going to load up. You know, when you're driving, you got to know if you're driving to the basket, when you pick the ball up, there's going to be 3 Mumford kids there. You draw help, you're going to have to kick it and trust your teammates.
Jefferson throws it away. Right side on the run, and Jefferson set her up and played her like a fiddle. Ball active hands, knocked out of bounds. Maddie McChester thought she had an opening.
Maddie's a great defender. Got a lot of potential offensively. You know, I think she probably could have hit her with a move or something there. Cherish timed it up perfectly. It was a great play.
Sure was. Solid defender and two-way player in Jefferson.
Mumford went zone that time to cancel out that double screen action by Renaissance. I want to see if Wood is going to adjust with a zone out of bounds play next time.
They stay in a 3-2 zone. Right point.
Oh, they've manned back up. They've manned back up, but they started in the zone
They did.
on an out of bounds. Smart.
Yeah. Change up. Block down low. That's King. And Mumford again defensively pesky. 5 straight stops now, I believe.
Great help.
Yep. Trying to end this quarter on top.
Great help on this end. It's 2 really defensively well-coached teams we're watching right now.
For sure.
You got to earn your buckets against them.
Yep. King has earned a bucket already. Can she earn another one? You betcha! That's King, Liana, the junior, and she's given Mumford the lead on a 9-0 run.
Number 5 is gaining a fan over here.
Man.
Number 5 is gaining a fan in me.
Big-time player. Crowd picking up. Renaissance.
Look at Kareem.
He's on the court. Jump shot.
Big shot.
Splash City. That's a triple at the horn to give Renaissance the lead.
That's not a freshman.
That is not a freshman. She is masked as a freshman, but Cassidy Kane, the freshman, is a big-time player. Look at the shot at the horn.
Love it.
We go to the second quarter from Wayne State Fieldhouse. 2-point lead for Rennie.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
So Mumford once trailed 8-0 in this game. They came back to make it a 9-8 lead chain. Then the Renaissance triple gave them the lead, but this has been quite a turnaround for the first 4 minutes of this contest.
Oh, it's a game, man. It's a game. That's a big shot by Cass at the end, but, you know, this is two well-coached teams, and, you know, nobody's scared of anybody. Mumford does not care what Renaissance is. You know, they see him too many times to really care about that. Elijah Thomas.
Thomas, dynamic junior, gets to the bucket and scores it. We're tied at 11. Not to be outdone. Back the other way. Jump shot up, no good.
Game speeding up a little bit. This is my type of party right here.
Mumford for three, no good. That's off the hot hand of Thomas. Heat checking one. 5 points for Slater for Mumford to lead the way. 6 for Kane to lead the way for the Renaissance Club. Three ball off the heel, no good. Tap back out to Amani.
She's shooting that.
4-3. No good.
That's definitely a good shot in my book. I got some reviews from the guys watching. Jarvis Walker, head coach at Wayne Memorial, said I sound like a radio DJ. I'll take that as a compliment, Jarvis.
That's a block despite the shrug. Yeah, well, hey, you tell them we're going to have them soon enough. They'll have a chance. Jason Wilkins will be getting his chance soon. We're going to have them on the prep against Depsa on the 21st.
Nice. They just had 2 back-to-back battles. The first battle, Jarvis won at home. Wayne Memorial beat Belleville late, and then Jason got his payback recently. So that's a great duel right there, Wayne Memorial versus Belleville.
Yeah, they're good friends and good rivals. It's been a fun rivalry in the KLAA between those two men's clubs.
Yeah, I just want to know who I have to call to get Wayne Memorial back out of my regionals. I don't know what they're doing in Oakland County. They need to go back to Wayne County.
Oh, man. Well, I'll have to take that up with the folks in Lansing.
I'm going to send them a gift basket. Ask them, please remove Wayne Memorial.
Well, you can ask. It doesn't hurt.
Renaissance back in that ball pressure. Back in that flex action, man.
Just tell them you're allergic to zebras. It's a rare condition that you developed at birth.
Yeah, whether it's refs or real ones.
That's right. Thomas with a rattler up and good. Elijah alive and well in Detroit.
Tough bucket. If I'm Renaissance, you know, I have to be okay with that. She's scoring over 3 people.
Right.
But at the same time, I can't let her get to the basket.
Getting to the basket here is Autry, but she can't do it. There's a lid on that thing for the Phoenix.
Good defense by Ariana. What you got, Cherish? Let me see some. A little ISO action.
Working it against Thomas. Check that. Working it against Wade. Nearly taken away from the reserve cross, and Hogan says, give me a timeout and get the ball out of her hands. 5:36 left. We'll step aside. We're back in a moment. Mumford by 2 over Rennie.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
There you see Deshaun Wood. He played pro ball in Europe. Deshaun Wood, what can you tell us about him as a baller? I know he played at Cleveland State?
Shooting point guard.
Wright State, my bad, Wright State.
Point guard that could shoot, it could run your team, and he's won everywhere he's been.
Player of the year in the Horizon League.
And, he's the only, he beat Detroit Renaissance when Joe Crawford and Malik Harrison were juniors. And then they didn't lose again after that. So
how about the mid-range magic by this Mumford team? Ariana Slater with a floater and Slater with 7.
The confidence is growing right now. Confidence is growing.
You're not lying.
Elijah Thomas has got 4 points, but she's starting to become more aggressive. She's getting 2 feet in the paint, and that's going to be a good thing.
You bet. Elbow shot good, and that's Johnson, and that's what she does.
Monty, tough bucket. If you took a snapshot of that pick, it was 5 Mumford defenders in the paint when she shot it. kind of just have to take that, shake her hand, and get back on defense.
Mumford has kept her in check so far, just 4 points for Amani.
Oh, it's an interesting strategy. They're blitzing Cherish, trying to throw 2 at her.
Give it up to the hot hand, Slater. Slater, short corner pass. Foul, no call on King.
They're playing hard.
Got away with one, 3-on-3 developing. Kane on the attack, crossover down the avenue and held. And that'll be just the team foul number 2 for Mumford.
Playing physical, I love it. Both teams are locked in. Imani made that last bucket and stared at number 0. Stared at Honore Mixon. She's playing good defense on him. I mean, she's a little smaller than her, but all you can do is just be in front of her when she shoots.
JB Autry returns for Aaliyah Wade. Corner 3, Kane no. But the offensive rebound and reset by Gambles. Kick out 3, good. Bang. Johnson back to back. She's got 7. Touchdown, Phoenix.
Warming up.
She's a streaky shooter.
Pet peeve of mine is when high school teams play on a college court and they won't shoot the high school 3. They'll just shoot the college 3.
Yeah.
Shoot the high school 3.
Right. Take the gimme, right?
Yep. I love Thomas. Physical. She knows what she wants to get to.
Nice player. Shot missed. Phoenix get a stop. Kane to set it up high on the left.
Mumford does a great job. Every time you put the ball on the ground, somebody's in your driving gap. They're going to force you to make an extra pass. And if you don't make an extra pass, they're going to get stops off of it.
Third shot on the set. 3-ball banker, good. Kane tries it from the top side.
She's not a freshman.
And sticks it. She's got 9 to lead the way for Rennie, who's opened up a 3-point lead. They once led in this game 8-0 before Mumford would go on a 9-0 run to take the lead right before the end of the first.
Ball pressure.
And a travel. That was a quick travel.
Yeah.
On King before she could even make a move, but officials were on it, make the call. Back the other way we go. Here's another look.
They should got a foot on the line and called a 2 on that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I think maybe. But I love teams that play man defense and they play it well. I mean, there's different ways to play it. You can send them middle, you can send them no middle. But, you know, as long as your team is following your principles and they sticking to it. Now they're in the 2-3, just throwing a different rhythm at Renaissance. See if they can make some shots.
They sucker him into a 3,
Good
no
rebound.
good. Offensive rebound, stick back good. That's JB Autry. And Rennie's back up by 5 on the offensive glass in the eating.
Couple big possessions coming up here for Mumford. Can't let this game get out of, can't let Renaissance start to pull away a little bit. Going back to that post-up flex action. They're going to post her up, and they're going to run the flex.
That's Thomas working it against McChester, the freshman. Elbow jumper, no good. Off the mark for King, who's been the soft touch from the mid-range so far. McChester, that's her shot. Rainbow 3, heel out no. And Jefferson clears it out. She's got a 4-on-3. Attack of the 10, shot no, couldn't draw the foul. High active hands by Autry. Throw ahead pass,
Yeah,
and
both
that's
teams got to settle the game
work.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
Number 5, Liana King, if she sets a better cross screen in that flex, I think they'll get more out of it. She's not doing the best job of setting a cross screen. You know, she just kind of goes over there. She doesn't get a clean screen. So
What's the key to setting a good, clean screen like that?
I don't want to give my secret away. That everybody else will start screening better against me.
Look at you. Crossover, hot knife through butter, laying good. That's JB Autry, who's come alive, the junior forward.
What a play. What a play. Jump, great deny, jumped the pass, took it left, crossed back right, finished through contact.
9-0 run for the Phoenix, who've opened up a 7-point lead, their second largest of the game, only to when they opened up 8-0.
Alasia Thomas is getting tired. If I'm Renaissance, this is when I speed the game up. You know, going back to that post up, I think they're going to run it. Good defense.
Out to Thomas. Thomas on the attack against the freshman. Nothing home there. Mixon with 36 seconds. And the foul's going to be on the floor, and that will be just team foul number 1 for Renaissance. Here's another look at the play.
You know, in that situation, you know, if you got a kid driving left, you know, driving and left through traffic, I'm not fouling her. She's got to show me she can finish a tough bucket. I mean, they called it on the floor, so no harm, no foul, but you just wall her up and just see if she can finish through your contact going left with the traffic around her.
Makes sense.
Let's see a double screen action, both popping out, one cutting to the basket. She's open, give it to her.
Jefferson finds her, and that's worked silky smooth. Elijah Thomas for 2.
It's a great play. That's why both teams run it.
It's a great call.
Cherish applying that ball pressure. She knows she's not in foul trouble, so she can kind of pick it up a little bit now. That's a good defensive possession by Mumford.
Stops that 9-0 run, and King finally gets it back to Jefferson. 10 seconds left, got to hustle. Jefferson sets it up. 6 seconds, now 5. Attacks to the 10. Kick out, 2-1. Shot at the horn, no. But we know we've got a battle, Shane Lawal, between these two teams. It didn't start this way, but it's turned out to be a dandy so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key was once Mumford settled down defensively and they got a chance to push a little bit, you know, Elijah started getting to the basket. Leanna King opened up the scoring for them. They actually took over for a while, but Monty Johnson, Monty and JB have it.
Highlights, stats, and much, much more to come. Shane and I are back to Wayne State Fieldhouse in Midtown Detroit. Thanks for watching the PSL Championships right where they belong, right here on the Prep.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together. I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
My time to shine. He
got it! Splash!
And that will put some gauze on it.
They were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Well, back and forth we go. It's a 5-point Renaissance advantage. It was once an 8-0 advantage, Shane, to start this game. Mumford would come back on a 9-0 run. And then we end up back and forth. But what impressed you with both teams? Let's start first with Mumford. Came in here as the underdog.
Leona King, she came in and she, got into the scoring. Slater, defensively and offensively, really was a big spark for them. Cherish is getting to the basket, but not necessarily creating points from it, whether through scoring or assisting. But I think, knowing her, she's going to keep attacking the basket. Alasia, you know, they're throwing a lot of bodies at her just from a loading standpoint. They're not doubling her, but they're loading up on her and, you know, wearing her down a little bit. I think the key for them to winning this game is Cherish is going to have to insert herself into the game in the second half.
Meanwhile, Kane has 8 points. She's hit 3 from long range. That last one, as you mentioned, her toe was on the line. Cassidy, the freshman, showing out. And then Johnson was 7 late, most of it coming in the second quarter.
It's just about, you know, Cassidy getting open shots. You know, Kareem is going to pack when you drive, and kids have to make shots. And Cassidy right now is hitting shots. Monty's getting some one-on-one buckets, which forces them to, you know, give more attention to her. But it's on the defensive end. It's a team that plays the better defense is going to win this game. You know, it's a defensive game so far. Only 22-point score for Rennie, 17 for Mumford. I think the game will speed up a little bit. You know, if I know Wood, I think he's going to, you know, try to just take advantages of chances to attack and fast break. He mentioned it before the game. They haven't done the best job of it, but I can see that happening in the second half.
Renaissance tried to win their 5th straight city title. They got here by way of victory yesterday or a couple days ago. And look, they'd love to get another one. This is a team that's also competing amongst the best in Division I. They've got the playoffs ahead of them.
Yep.
But you look at the PSL, you look at the playoffs, and you value both highly.
Yeah.
And is it tough sometimes as a coach to get your team to look ahead or not look ahead?
Not look ahead. No, absolutely, man, because you want city bragging rights. You want PSL bragging rights, and you want Operation Friendship bragging rights. So it doesn't take much for kids to lock in on that. But the second Operation Friendship is over, it's districts time, you know. It's time to focus in on the districts.
All right, here we go. Second half about to get underway. We'll have a champion. Will it be a new champion? Can Mumford come from behind, or will Rennie keep their run running and revving and get their 5th straight PSL title?
I just noticed Cassidy's wearing a Famous Hoop headband. I love that. Shout out to Famous Hoops. Quick bucket.
From the right mid-post, right where she picked up, that's Cassidy Kane. She's got 10 now to lead the way. A big, quick bucket in a different way for Kane.
Yep. Get into the basket. Try to pressure a little bit, but they denied. Allowed her to backdoor with some space. Big rebound.
Funky rebound off the shot and the miss. Second shot opportunity, no. The throw-ahead pass is perfect, and the layup's too strong. And now Mumford the other way with numbers.
Game speeding up.
Up the right sideline, it's Slater. Lost it from behind, poked away by Vincent. And this game trying to catch its footing here in the opening minute.
That's one of my favorite things about Cassidy right there. Just 2 quick, fast break possessions by both teams. She's just decides, unlike a freshman, to slow the game down.
Backdoor cut, fresh feed.
Great play. That's a Scott Stein special right there. Arbor Prep called it money. It's a Scott Stein special.
A little over the top.
You fake it one way, like you're running a elevator play on one side, and then the elbow man backdoors on the other side. We all steal that same play from Scott Stein and Arbor Prep. Shout out Scott.
Credit. Yeah. There's a rip. Autry, who has emerged in the second half and the second quarter. Rennie comes out on a run. 6-0 run with 6:33 to go, Shane. How about the defensive intensity?
It's picked up. They're pressing a little bit more. They're playing a little faster. And interesting enough, Coach Wood called timeout, so I wonder if he's going to throw something different at him.
Back with more after this.
Look, everybody want to go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
That's Kareem Hogan in his 19th year, city champs in 18 and 19. I know you've played against coached against Hogan. What can you tell us about Kareem and what he is about to do after being down by 9 in this game?
He's going to try to, attack him a little bit more, but that's a great timeout by Coach Wood. He's pressing. I knew he was going to press. That's why I called it. Let's see what comes from the press.
Smells blood in the water.
Got him.
And there it is. 3-on-1 the other way. Layup, no good. Blew the bunny. They'll try it again. Blew the bunny again. Stick back, foul. Johnson will earn it. Third time's a charm. And you called it, and Coach Wood and you on the same page. Here's the result.
Yep, just a little gamesmanship. You call a timeout as a coach. You're yelling at your team about what the timeout, what the play before, but you might not necessarily be getting them ready for what's coming. So a lot of times I'll call a timeout and just throw a different thing. So we went into a full court press. It was great timing. They weren't ready for it.
Maddie McChester returns to the Phoenix lineup. Arion Vince in the center. The senior checks out. Johnson knocks it in. It's now a 13-point lead. And the pressure continues. Slater to trigger. Now Thomas is doubled. Cleaned ahead to Jefferson. 3-on-1 developing. Jefferson to the right block. Lay in good. That's how you beat the press. They got burned. Yep. And Cross finishes it.
Cherish is definitely can be a one-man press breaker when she's on.
Johnson fader from the short corner, no. The Lady Mustangs with a stop. Here they come right to left. Downhill, Slater, pull-up jumper. Got it, fourth straight for the Lady Mustangs, who cut it to 9.
I know I said I was Leona King was gaining a fan, but Slater's gaining a fan too. Look at her picking up defense on Vic.
Yep, forces the floater that's short. Mumford with numbers if they want it. They want it. Throw ahead cross, lay in. No, too strong. Hogan says, where's the foul?
I thought that was 2 shots personally.
Yeah.
Well, great hustle by Manchester.
Maddie for 3,
Big
Splash City to make it burn. That's the freshman shooter. Watch out. Big 5-point turnaround there, Shane.
That's a makeup call. Yeah, I thought that was a foul on the previous play, but great hustle by Maddie. Came back, knocked down a big shot. Great effort.
But Kareem Hogan says, man, that was a 5-point swing. We should have had 2 shots. Instead, they've got 3 points the other way.
Right.
And Mumford trying to now cut into a 12-point deficit.
Yeah, those counting games like this, those count. But it's even. They gave him one back. I thought that one was a jump ball right there.
What was your best comments when you were trying to get that call back the other way or the next time? Was there any line that you use or still use?
My favorite thing is to say, I have no argument. I'm cool with that call. I just want it on that end. That's my favorite thing to say. Hey, that's a good call down here. Yeah. Just give it to me over here. That right, sometimes works.
Yeah, that way you're not cutting down, criticizing the call there. You just want the same. That's fair. It's fair.
It's fair.
11-point lead for Renaissance. Phoenix.
If I'm Mumford, I might pressure a little bit on my end as well. Just to speed the game up because we're down 10 points, 11 points now.
Cherish on the perimeter, attacking the top player for Rennie, and she rolls it in over Kane. She says, I can score 2. It's a 9-point game again, Shane.
I love it. Cassidy was crawling into her, clapping, saying, bring it on, and, Cherish brought it. So, hey, we here. Let's play. Let's compete.
8 for Jefferson in this game. Amani high on the right against cross pressure, and that's too close for comfort. That's actually Thomas, and she'll pick up one on the perimeter.
For the most part, they're letting them play. I appreciate that. Letting both sides kind of get into each other, pressure. Not bailing kids out with too many calls. Letting them bump each other a little bit.
Jefferson feeling it with 8 as you saw that nice attack of the 10. Fine matchup here between the senior and the freshman.
That's a great matchup.
Yep. Now Autry, JB to the rack, and she'll draw the foul. She's been active on both ends.
A little bully ball.
Yep. You said off air she's a good complement to Amani. How so?
I think when you have a point guard like Cassidy Kane, 2 point guards, Cassidy and Vic, and then you put two dynamic wings around them that can kind of all do everything good. You can't focus on one kid. If you decided, you know, Kareem said, you know, contain 24, and when he said it, I said, you know, you got to contain both of them, which is the hard part, right? If you decide you want to load up on Imani, you'll forget about JB. If you focus on JB, you'll forget about Imani. That's one of the things that makes Renaissance so good.
That's a good assessment. Jefferson will, excuse me, it's Slater that will check out. Free throw missed, and over the back to boot on Renaissance. It's going to go on number 11. That's McChester. So, 9-point game, big possession with 4:09 to go in the third. Plenty of time.
Back to that flex action. You see, they're not executing well. They're not getting that screen on that cross screen.
Thomas with a tough shot, Shane.
Yeah, it leads to a bad ISO situation. If they could just do a better job of that cross screen, I think they'll get more out of that flex action.
Yeah. Amani Johnson, bully ball, missed it. But she's got her back. How about it? The stick back by Gambles, who came in from her guard spot.
I love Monty, man. Monty could try to cross you over 1 second. You get in front of her, she's putting that shoulder in your chest. That's a tough matchup.
It is. Physical player. She's got some finesse to her as well. Tough defense, forces it against Cross, who drives and draws the foul against McChester.
That was great initial defense by McChester. Just did a great job of kind of getting a deflection on the ball. But then, you know, you get to the basket, you just got to let her go. Vic is doing a good job of staying in front. If she makes it, you shake her hand, you get back on offense. The key is, you know, Mike Brown had one of our defensive principles in Sacramento was physical without fouling. I think that's great defenses are physical, but they don't foul. You know what I mean? When you foul a lot, you know, I think that takes away from your ability to really play great defense, because eventually you get into the penalty, and it affects your ability to stay physical. So
how much of that has to do with being in shape and conditioning?
Oh, it's a lot to do with being in shape, and it's just drilling it. You know, great coaches drill it. They drill it every day. You know, if you're playing defense and you put the wrong hands in, they correct it. They correct it 50 times in a row if they have to.
Drive to the hole, no good. Cross cleans it up. The miss was from Gambles. 11-point lead. Jefferson trying to cut into it. No good. Got it back. Drew the foul. Oh, the fight from number 10 is impressive. The leader, the point guard, getting dirty on the deck amongst the bigs.
That was a really great play, because off of missed layup, she didn't. It wasn't too fast, but she sped that possession up a little bit, and when she got to the three-point line, she realized Renaissance wasn't set defensively, and she just attacked the basket. Got her own rebound and went back up.
Good chance to catch up in a game that you trail. Shoot with the clock frozen at 3:04 to go.
Keep
Two
them
shots.
in the game.
Keep it in
the game right now.
So McChester will check out. They'll bring back the glue girl in Vincent, the senior center. One more for the senior, Cherish Jefferson. What a great career. Wearing the powder blue and maroon. Back
there you
to
go.
a 9-point
There goes
game.
the press. Got to speed them up a little bit.
And they have a timeout.
Great
Sean
timeout.
Wood wasn't ready for it and realized it.
Great timeout. Now I can draw up a press breaker, get us ready to go back at it.
We'll keep it right here with 3:02 to go. He is Shane Lawal. My name is Chad Bush. We are the Prep. Follow us on social media. You're watching this on our YouTube channel right now. If you could please subscribe. It's free. Catch all of our action. We do about 130 high school games a year, multiple sports, across the league, across the state. We're for everybody. Find us at info@theprepsports.com if you'd like to contact us for a broadcast. If you've got comments, we're here, complaints, whatever. We're here to listen. We thank you for watching. Also, if you would like, follow, share on our social medias, as you see him across the board. As you see Kareem Hogan, and he's wiping that brow.
It's just great gamesmanship. You know, I said it about a couple minutes earlier. He should start pressing, if nothing else, to speed the game up. He goes into a press, Wood calls a timeout right away.
He's watching the
Great
broadcast.
play.
How about that? That's a touchdown. That's a 90 fade is what we call that in football. It's completed. Touchdown. J. Brian Autry. Her friends call her JB, and so does her former coach.
Yes, sir. That's a great pass. Great catch. Looked like Cunningham to Randy Moss.
You're a pro football fan. I've seen you go on the road.
Absolutely.
Left block, force up, no. I think you were at the Vikings
Hitting
game.
the gritty.
What are you doing? Are you a Vikings fan?
Oh, I'm a Lions fan.
Okay.
I went there to irritate the Vikings.
Oh, it was the Lions game.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. That's right. That would make sense. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know. That's awesome. You're a loyal fan.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
You're an even more loyal fan. Alasia Thomas with a grudge. I like that. It's okay. Thomas misses the freebie. She's got one more. Oh, man. Someday, Shane. You've been in Detroit how long now?
This, man, we moved up from Alabama in 1997. Did 4 years in Pontiac before we moved to Southfield.
Okay.
So it's been a long minute.
Awesome. Yep. You've been through all the Lion Wars.
Yep. All of it.
Enough to be considered the loyalist of loyal.
Oh, good pass.
How about it? Blew the bunny after the fine sharing of the sugar. Oh, Vincent.
Oh, she just doubled. They didn't catch it.
That's the one that he was arguing for. Yeah. He'll get it. She'll get it back to the left block. This is Thomas. Shot up, no, after the spin, over the back, and that will go the way of the Phoenix. And right now, they are frustrating Mumford defensively. What are they doing so well?
I mean, they're guarding their yard. They're doing a good job of guarding their own man, which then requires less help. You know, most teams don't guard that well and everybody helps. So now if less people help, you create less rotations and more contested jump shots. And that's what great defenses win off of contested jump shots.
It's helped him grow this run even further. Amani Johnson dazzling in the mid-post again. And perhaps miss PSL.
I think Kareem should put Liana King on Imani. You know, number 0, Anna Ray is playing good defense, but she's just too small. You know, I think that it'll be better served to put a bigger defender on her and see if you can get her to take more outside shots. She's getting too many easy looks around the basket.
Yeah, clean, easy looks, and we'll see right now.
Alasia's starting to be way more aggressive in that elbow ISO out of that flex action like I thought she would later in the game. You know, she's now catching it. She's not even waiting for that cross screen. She's just turning the corner and going. They didn't call it last time. I thought it was clean last time, but that time she did a good job with drawing a foul. So she's getting to go to the free throw line. She's stopping the clock. You know, maybe even turn a little aggression off from Renaissance.
Alasia Thomas with 2 big free throws. The dynamic junior who can really get to the hoop, can shoot it a little bit, does a lot of everything. Full court pressure here.
Yep.
You asked for this. You got it.
Yep. Got to speed the game up. Because Coach Wood will eat clock if he gets ahead. You know, he's going to make you speed him up. He's not going to speed up on his own.
Backdoor Amani passes it up. Corner 3, long. Mumford gets a stop. Mumford gets a run out. Thomas on the run to the rack.
Good defense.
No foul called. Great defense that time by the freshman King.
Great rebound by Ariane Vincent. I'm really proud of and happy for Ariane Vincent. Big shot.
Splash City for J.B. Autry. Grows the lead to 13 to match the largest. Under a minute to go in the third.
I remember when Ariane was a freshman and just working on the game and just seeing how far she's came. She's driving. She's playing great defense. She's adding on both ends of the court. Great and one.
Anna Ray Mixon says, I'll get it back the old-fashioned way.
We got a game, man. We got a game. We got to keep it close. We just got to keep keeping the game close. Oh, that's a tough finish.
The senior guard willing her way with some bully ball.
And they're wolfing at each other. I love a good bark session. I I think barking in basketball is healthy. I love it.
It is.
Just keep it respectful. I love it.
Yep. Vincent will check out and returning to the Renaissance lineup.
And if you notice, Renaissance can go to their bench. Mumford can't. That's been a big factor in this game.
And part of the reason for the press, right?
Yep.
And more difficult to press if you're Mumford.
Absolutely.
Double-edged sword. Amani Johnson will back it out. Rennie might want the last shot, and an 11-plus point lead at worst.
Coach is telling him to go at 8 seconds. I wonder what play he's going to run.
Got some options. 5 out on offense here.
ISO.
ISO ball down the avenue, and she lost it. Flat out lost it on the attack. J. Brian Autry, who's been fantastic, couldn't hold on. Lady Mustangs get it back.
She went a little early also. Now you give them 10 seconds to possibly cut it to single digits.
All right, Cherish Jefferson with 5 seconds to go, attacks and draws the foul, and that is 2 shots. They're over the bonus. And a chance with Jefferson with 2.9 seconds.
It's like football. You're just running the ball. Just keep attacking downhill. Eventually, good things will happen. Shots weren't falling earlier. Now you're getting to the free throw line. You have a 6-3, 3-6 foul advantage in this quarter just because you're attacking the basket. You continuously putting 2 feet in the paint. It's creating good things. She makes this, they're back to single digits to end the quarter.
Just fearless, too, with that size. Gets the one, throws the shot at the horn, no, but the lead extended and doubled from where we were at the end of 2. We go to the 4th quarter in Detroit, looking for a PSL city title. Rennie looking for 5 straight. Back with more after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back, Chad and Shane with you. And it's a 10-point Renaissance lead as we enter the 4th quarter. Austin Sonnenberg on the audio board, spinning up some tunes. He's feeling it. Shane, you're feeling this game. It's not out of reach yet. It's a 10-point spread. What do the Lady Mustangs need to do to get back in this thing?
Speed the game up. Offensively, makes and misses. Cherish got to push it. Defensively, some type of pressure, even if it's not to turn the ball over, just to get Renaissance not to eat clock. Keep getting to the free throw line. Stop the clock as much as you can.
Free throw line jumper, up and good. Smooth looking shot from your girl, Liana King, who you've been impressed with.
Yep, I'm a fan of her. And that's a big shot for them. They need a 3rd score.
She's been that, but has been on pause in the 2nd half. So, down the avenue, shot up Johnson, no, but draws the foul, and Amani, who could score in so many ways, just ever so comfy in the paint as we see her presence felt here.
I think that's a very tough matchup for Honore. I think you got to put Liana King on Imani and then load up, because she's just, every time Imani sees Honore, she just goes 2 feet into the paint, puts her shoulder at her chest, and just raises up.
13 points in this game for Autry to lead the way. 10 points for Kane. Meanwhile, for Mumford, they're led by 10 points.
She missed both of them.
From Slater. Both missed, dodged bullet. So, offense set up by Elijah Thomas. Shot up good. How about it?
Got a game.
Thomas again. And we've got a 4-0 run, and we've got a 6-point game with 7 minutes to go.
And in the same token, I will put a bigger body on Elijah Thomas because she's doing the same thing Imani's doing off the elbow. 5-second call coming.
Oh, boy. Timeout before it, but the momentum is shifted. And Coach Hogan wondering what he's got to do to get a 5-second call, but the energy felt, and the Lady Mustangs are riled up, and so are their fans.
Slater's doing a seatbelt, strapping her up. It's a tough bucket by Elijah.
Just tough in that mid-post. Confident to force the timeout. We'll keep it right here. We have Renaissance and King on the boys' side coming up after this one's said and done. And that should be a great battle as well.
Shout out to both teams. To another two well-coached teams.
Two very well-coached teams. Who do you like in the boys' game? You put me on the spot.
Oh man, I'll say it on air. I'm shooting for the Renaissance boys.
Okay. Actually, it wasn't you. It was Jamar Hardy in the first game. I'm so sorry.
No.
Misguided fire. Jamar asked me who I liked in the game to finish, and I picked the wrong team. So, anyhow. All right, fair enough. You can't go wrong with either choice. Offensive foul, bully ball. Amani Johnson in there, and Thomas with a witty play.
See, Kareem didn't put Liana King on her, but he put Elijah on her, which is a bigger body and probably a better perimeter defender. So that's a really good decision. But got to give Anna Ray some credit. But just put a bigger body on her, make her earn those 2 feet in the paint.
Yep.
Going back to that action, elbow post up, cross screen.
Why not? Thomas tacks, draws the foul again. Second team foul. Was she shooting? Yes, she was. And this Thomas action can't be stopped. Why?
Well, because when the cross screen goes, when they go away to set the cross screen, the person guarding the cross screen is semi-worried about the cross screen. So she's looking away from the elbow ISO. If I'm her, I will just stay at the basket. Whoever cross screening is coming to me anyways, if that cross screen completes, I'll just hit that person and get back to my man. More importantly, Liana King isn't doing the best job necessarily of setting a cross screen, so there's no reason to worry about it as much. My focus is going to stay on number 1.
Yeah. We saw Brian and Leslie from G-Brand USA on the screen. There they are. G-Brand USA's finest. Appreciate them as sponsors. Free throws are good. It's a 4-point game, and the run is real for the Lady Mustangs.
You got a game, baby. Let's see what Coach Wood draws up here. Who do you go to?
Between the rings, gambles. Autry on the deck, puts it down and rolls to the rack and draws the foul. The answer has been Autry in this game.
It's been consistent officiating. If you put the ball on the ground and you get 2 feet in the paint, and I put my 2 hands on you when you go up, you're going to shoot 2 free throws. That's all you can ask for from officials, is to stay consistent.
You bet. So, J. Brian Autry. JB gets a live-in right roll to fall down. Autry in this game now with 14 points. She missed 2 at the line earlier. It's the 4th foul on Mumford's big, so we'll keep an eye on that. 2 free throws to answer. It's a 6-point game.
It says 4th foul on Slater. That's gonna mean something a little bit.
Thomas in the mid post again. No, but her teammate had her back and missed it. That was King. 3rd time's a charm. Oh, Thomas with a tip back. 4-point game, 5.5 to go.
Right now, you have Honore guarding JB. If I'm Coach Wood, I'm going to JB inside. It looks like JB's posting up. Got to get out of there though.
Amani crossing over Thompson. This was a foul the other way last time. The double team worked. Thomas with a big girl rebound.
Yep, Laser Thomas is a bigger body.
4-on-4. Jefferson down the avenue. Foul going up. Chance to cut the lead in half. Lady Mustangs on the move.
When you get in the paint, you get them to put two hands on you, the officials are going to call it. And as a guard, as an attacking guard, once I know that, I'm not shooting another shot.
It'll go on Vincent. It popped in and out for Jefferson. Meanwhile, Maddie McChester returns to the lineup. A breather for the senior Ariane Vincent. Cross returns for the Lady Mustangs. Pair is split by Jefferson. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 5:10 to go. Rennie by just one possession. This was a 13-point game in the third. Back with more from the Motor City and the PSL Championships when we come back.
We don't want boring games.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Well, the Mumford Lady Mustangs with some momentum, looking for win number 13 on the year. He is Shane Lawal. My name is Chad Bush. Shane is the head coach at the Marion Mustangs in the Catholic League, former head coach at Renaissance High School for 3 years, including the PSL title while you were there. And Shane has also coached in the professional ranks of the Sacramento Kings, played right here at Wayne State and played at Oakland U, and played in the pros for 10 years. Did I cover your resume?
You gave me one PSL title. I got 2, Chad.
Oh, man. You catch
Get it
everything.
right,
That's not one to miss. I said you've won. Yeah, you've won 2. That's a big one. I missed the biggest one. I got 10 out of 11, but I got the biggest one wrong. McChester with a big one. That's a rainbow, and that's off the mark.
That's a tough shot.
Throw ahead, Thomas saves it. And into the post, Thomas with a fake, banker too strong. And a tie up and an over the back. And a chance for Mumford close range, and they couldn't finish.
Consistent officiating. You put your hands in too much. They're trying to keep the game controlled, which I appreciated. As players, you got to adjust. You got to get my hands out the cookie jar. The last possession for Renaissance, JB attacked Honore, which I thought was a good decision. They drew a foul on it, but then they turned the ball over. Well, they didn't turn over. Maddie took a quick shot, and Coach pulled her out.
Renaissance basketball, they are up 1 possession with 4.5 to go.
I think you go back to JB Autry versus Honore. Just a size thing. Honore is a good defender. It's just about size.
Attack, banker, no. JB draws it. You called it, and you got it. Good
I like
call.
Honore. It's a tough game for her because both wings are over 6 foot and they're strong and athletic. So she's in a battle physically, you know, but she's doing a good job. She just needs a smaller person to guard, you know.
Autry long at 5'10", such a great creator. This is the free throw. Free throws have been troublesome, and it's allowed Mumford to stick around in this game.
Greg Campy, 2 things don't last. Dogs that chase cars or teams that don't make free throws.
Is that a Campy line?
That's a Campy line.
That's awesome. Dig it. I'm sure he loves that you use that too. 4-point game with 4:20 left from Detroit.
Back to it, elbow ISO. They didn't even set the cross screen this time. She's just going.
She's going. She missed it, but a reset by her team. This scrappy Mumford team. Open three. Jefferson, heel out, no. And Rennie covers it up this time. Gambles with a rebound. Kane to Johnson. Short corner shot short, put back short, and they come out clean, and the Mustangs on the run.
Renaissance can slow down a little bit. Unless you have a good fast break, there's no need to rush a shot. You know, honestly, Mumford can slow down too. You know, it's only a 2-possession game.
Thomas has no need for that, but she has slowed down her scoring, and maybe by speeding up offensively. Does that have to do with the defense more so?
It was more defense. They've made an adjustment like, hey, forget the cross screen. We're just going to load up when she gets it on the elbow. It's just an elbow ISO. Don't worry about the flex part of it.
What's the countermeasure to that offensively for the Mustangs? Floater shot up, heel out, no. Offensive rebound, stick back, yes! And the foul! J.B. Autry again!
They're just going after Honore, just from a size standpoint. You know, it's tough for her right now. She's doing a good job. It's just physically a mismatch. But to answer your question, I think the counter would be to actually set the cross screen and look for that quick pass. Right now, if we set that cross screen and we set the down screen that comes after, we might have an open shot. Somebody just has to hit it.
Fair enough.
2-3 zone.
Yeah, Rennie throws another wrinkle. 6-point lead now, 3 minutes left. Critical position here in possession. Open, Jefferson faked the three. The feed to Thomas, who finds space, but too firm. She couldn't believe she was that wide open. Got a little overzealous, perhaps.
Yeah, you go zone in that situation. You're up 2 possessions. You want to see if you can get them to take a contested shot, or you can want to eat some clock just to get them to think about it.
Yeah.
Big possession.
Stop. Amani with a 19-footer, bang. Big one for Rennie. They're +8 now with that huge shot. 2.5 to go. And, I mean, this is a primetime player stepping up to extend the lead. Big Mumford possession here as we look at Deshaun Wood.
That's a great tempo change right there. Go 2-3. Make them think about it, make them move the ball, or take a bad shot. You know, they don't have necessarily the size to fully attack you on the inside.
Thomas again, the double team. Jefferson rejected by who else? Autry. And a blocking foul is a non-shooting foul. It's just the 4th. They had 1 to give. Here's another look.
Great block. Great effort.
That left hand.
You notice that, well, not anymore, but that previous possession, they put their smaller wing as the basket and put their 2 big wings on the outside in the 2-3. That was interesting. No foul. Play straight up. Yes, back to the basket.
Thomas into a trio, misses the shot, and Renaissance's defensive countermeasure has worked.
Been a tough 4th quarter for Thomas as far as shots falling and not falling.
Sure has. Under 2 minutes to go, Renaissance by 8. And Mumford has to start making these possessions matter on both ends if they want to get back in this. And try to restrict Renaissance from their 5th straight PSL girls title.
Yeah, you're going to have to come out and get them. You're going to have to come out, foul them, press them, or do something.
They are over the number, so it's 2 shots the rest of the way for both teams. 90 seconds left.
My philosophy, if I'm down 8-10 in a no shot clock game with 2 minutes left, I'm fouling. I'm not waiting. I'm fouling in.
Kareem Hogan says, let's go do it. The whole arena says, let's go do it.
Slater has 4 fouls. That's why she's not fouling. He's trying to get somebody other than Slater to foul.
Kareem Hogan's on the court, and timeout, or foul finally is called, rather. That's going to go on Nixon.
That was a good possession for Renaissance. She ran 40 seconds off the clock. That's a great possession.
Stick around after this one. We'll have our G of the game. That's 5 fouls, by the way, for Mumford's player. We'll have our G of the game. And we got some tough choices for Renaissance. And fouling out for Mumford is 0 Honore Mixon.
You got Cassidy, Monty, JB. Those would probably be the 3 kids you choose from.
You got it. That's our top 3. Count it. And Gambles knocks it through. Double-digit lead. Jefferson trying for some late pixie dust magic.
Good cut.
Thomas to the hole. Got a frustrating 4th, but she'll try to get some points with the clock stopped. 62 seconds left on this drive, and a fine feed from Jefferson.
Consistent officiating. He put 2 hands on somebody.
Yep.
They're calling it.
It's been very good officiating. Thomas, a big part of why this game was so tight. In the 3rd, drenches one. Meanwhile, Vincent will return for Sydney Tapscott. There's Tapscott who snuck in there. She's a freshman. It's a really young team for Renaissance. I know Adams, the freshman center, you like a lot, not playing today. McChester, the freshman, Tapscott, Kyle Pruitt, Cassidy Kane, Mariah Walker. I mean, that freshman class is stacked.
Yeah, I coached Kyle last summer. She played 1 year up on my 15U Michigan Storm team.
Yeah.
Maria Walker, she's coming back from injury, but she's one of the most dynamic guards in the freshman class. And, the state is in trouble when she gets healthy. Jayla Adams is just...
Will that be this year? Do you think any of these players can return this year?
I could see. They're both were warming up. I could see possibly them playing in the playoffs. Jayla Adams, great mobile big, can set screens, roll, finish at the basket, rebound, rim protect. He's got a great roster.
Yeah. 8-point game. Jefferson, fine feed, laying good for King. It's a 6-point game, 46.5 seconds left. Keep it here.
Game's not over. You've seen crazy things happen. You press right here, maybe you get a quick turnover into a 2 or a 3. You're looking at a possible single possession game. 1 possession game, I should say.
Detroit Renaissance and Deshaun Wood, their head coach, trying to lead them to their 5th straight title. And it's a young roster with a lot of talent, but they've also got some older players to support that chain, and Amani Johnson, and also J. Brian Autry, the junior. And Vincent's been nice as a role player along with Gambles. I mean, there's a nice blend of enough veteran leadership as well that can help on this team.
Absolutely. It's a very good roster. They got size, they can shoot, they can handle the balls. A lot of different kids you could put on the ball. And then defensively, he's got different kids that can guard. It's just, Mumford is that rival, man. You're not going to get an easy game against your rival.
They know them well, and credit Mumford for their fight. They're going to be a handful in the state playoffs as well. I mean, what kind of confidence do you get from playing this competitive game, no matter what the final score is? I mean, the mark's been made.
Yeah.
You can compete with Renaissance. You can compete with anybody in the state.
Right? Absolutely. Normally, and I have to check, but normally Mumford and Renaissance are always in the same district. So this is a rematch you'll see in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And it's tough to beat somebody 3 times in a row, and that's a tough thing to do. And each game kind of gives Kareem something he can do differently. Like, oh man, if we'd have did this differently, we probably could have had him. So if this game finishes how it looks like it's going to finish, you're going into that locker room telling them like, look, man, we were a couple possessions away. If we just value this possession, or if we do this differently, we can get them when it counts. None of this stuff counts until it's districts. Well, PSL championship definitely counts.
Right.
But,
I see what you mean.
Right.
Little Euro step. Baker up and good. That's
still a game.
Ariana Slater, and it is still a game. It's a 5-point game with 25 seconds left.
Ooh,
and
baby.
that's a turnover. And Mumford forces it.
Oh,
and
baby.
the fight continues between these two rivals.
So they've been running that double cross screen action with the dive right now. If I'm Mumford, I'm looking for the 3 out of it.
All right. Lob is in, and it will work. King will have to chase. Thomas with the attack. Travel,
Good
no
take.
call. Layup, good. It's a 3-point game.
Got a game, man.
15 seconds
Got
left.
across half.
Johnson
foul.
fouled, but an impressive battle that continues. And look at Coach Kareem Hogan loves it. Oh, the energy in the building has remained.
Got to be careful on that one. Malaysia, she slid her jab foot, but they didn't see it, and I could have. That was good. Good job by JB not to pick up a foul right there.
Right.
But that's an aggressive take. He's going hard to the basket. Big free throws here.
Yep, she split last time, and she makes the first. That's a live and right roll on a Sunday.
She touched every edge of the rim.
Perhaps an extra prayer at service this morning. But it's a huge one. It extends it to 2 possessions, and then the second is rattled home. So 2 big ones from Amani Johnson. 5-point lead, 12.5 seconds left. We'll keep it right here. He's Shane Lawal. My name is Chad Bush. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Glad to have you here on this Sunday afternoon. Championship Sunday. And what a trio. The unified game already in the books. Henry Ford knocked off Douglas, Frederick Douglass High School. And then in this one, we saw Renaissance come out, Shane, on an 8-0 run to start the game. Mumford came back on a 9-0 run to take the lead. And we've been back and forth in between. But Mumford did jump out to a double-digit lead in the 4th early on. And Mumford's come back and with their best punches.
Yeah, I think that's the game right there. Was that I think late 3rd, early 4th run. I think is really what this game is. Ooh,
got to hustle here. 11 seconds left. Mumford down by 5. Jefferson will attack. Kick, long 2 on the way, cross, no good. Stick back, Thomas is
Don't
good.
even take it out. Good timeout.
0.6 seconds left. It cuts it to 3. And the clock, they'll ask for more time. And Mumford needs a miracle now, but it is a 1-possession game, and we'll see if the officials put more time back on the clock. We'll try to see if we have any idea of when the clock froze.
I could see that being about 1.5. That they went a little bit off after the timeout was called. It wouldn't be a Renaissance or a Mumford game if it wasn't exciting.
Here's a look. Try to see the clock. You can see it in the corner. 3-2. Shot rolls in good with 1.3. It looks like.
Yeah.
So maybe about a 0.8 seconds added.
Probably not.
Okay.
Oh, they gave him 1.1.
Close enough. Yeah. Can get a shot off, but it's got to be a 3.
Got to get the ball first.
And you got to get the ball first. Yeah, that's the biggest part. You got to get a steal. How do you get a steal here?
Well, if I'm Renaissance, I'm running somebody long.
Yeah.
And I just want to touch the ball.
Throwing the deep pass.
Yeah, throw it deep.
The fear in that is if nobody
touches it, and it resets right there.
It resets under the bucket.
Yeah. Oh, look at this football.
All right, here we go. 1.1 seconds left. Renaissance runs it deep, and they get it short, and a foul as time winds down. Ball game. Is it over?
You got to put some more time on there.
There should be more time on there. It's all academic now.
Yeah, it wouldn't have enough time to shoot anyways, but I think he called it. He called it before.
0.2, I believe, is what was left or should be left on that clock.
Look at Wood.
Yeah, the champagne popping is not quite ready yet. Keep that champagne on ice.
3 seconds left in the contest.
Get your guys off the line.
Great battle for Kareem Hogan's kids. But Renaissance on their way to their 5th straight title. And Deshaun Wood's group has just gathered themselves enough to get it done. The freshman to try to put the finishing touches on it.
These kids have been wolfing at each other all game. I love it.
They're having fun, eh? Shot missed, 4-point margin win for Renaissance. Once had a lead of 13, but Mumford was here to battle, and they did just that, Shane. A good contest here. But congratulations to Renaissance, the champions of 2025 in the PSL.
Great game, great game. Mumford, Mumford fought hard. They gave Renaissance a run for their money. Just a little bit too much for Mumford at the end. They fought hard, and I think the size of Renaissance between Imani and JB really was the difference in the game.
18 points for JB Autry to lead the way. 16 points for Thomas to lead the way for Mumford. Our G of the game is coming up next. We're back in a moment. This is the PSL Championships on the Prep.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. So they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
So this was a ball game that saw the power of JB Autry emerge at times, but Mumford was up for the fight, the battle back. Slater was a big part of that in the first half, Shane, and we saw the attack of Mumford in the paint, the floaters, the two-pointers, and then Rennie started to get hot from downtown, and it opened up some things inside for them.
Yeah, it was definitely a game where I think once Renaissance realized, hey man, there's really no size to counter JB and Imani. That's when the game opened up a little bit. Mumford made a run late, but just that physicality and the size was definitely the difference in the game.
Sure was. The size of both Autry and Imani Johnson. 12 points for Johnson, 18 for Autry, 10 for Kane, the freshman, and 4 rebounds for Autry, and 4 for Gambles as well. Gambles with 5, McChester with 5 for Renaissance. Meanwhile, Mumford, who moves their record to 12-6, 16 from Thomas, most of those coming in the second half, 14 from Slater, 8 from Jefferson, and 8 for King, 6 for Jefferson, and a couple from Cross and Mixon. But again, the effort was there. Mumford's going to be a headache, and these two teams might play again here in a couple of weeks in the state playoffs for the 3rd time. Should be interesting.
It'll be fun, man. It's tough to beat somebody 3 times in a row. So, but I think Coach Wood will have his team ready. So will Coach Kareem. And hopefully I'm playing in my own district championship, so I'm not available for that game, but that's going to be a fun one to watch.
It sure will. We'll have our G of the game when we come back to Detroit and Wayne State Fieldhouse for the final segment of this girls championship in the PSL. Renaissance wins it, 55-51 over Mumford. Congratulations, 5 straight victories for the Renaissance Phoenix for the city title. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back to Wayne State Fieldhouse. Time now for our G of the game. And it's none other than J. Brian Autry.
Thank you.
JB, congratulations. 18 points in the contest. This was a game that we saw you really emerge yourself in the second half after Mumford made their run.
Yeah.
What did you all gather yourselves and say out of that timeout when you guys went on that 9-0 spurt?
We really were just focusing on defense, and that was our drive. And we had to really lock in and take in what the coach was saying, because we knew that we wanted to win. So we just played really hard.
Seemed like the two-way player that you were really shined out with steals and effort play. Coach Wood really emphasizes that on practice. I mean, you guys got to play 2 ways to play for the Phoenix. Talk about what a stress on that it has been, the defensive side of the basketball.
Learning his way of playing defense has been hard over the years, but I pick up things very fast. So I've been playing forever, so it was easy to pick it up, and I believed in his coaching. So yeah.
A lot of your basketball plays were instinctual, offensive rebounds, putbacks, things of that sort. Is that something that you see you have an advantage of over other players?
Yes, I think I'm very aggressive, so that's my game. I'm not really flashy, so I just play aggressive, play hard.
Congratulations.
Thank
Great job
you.
tonight. City champions.
Thank
I know you're fighting and working for that state title as well.
Yes.
All the best in the state playoffs.
Thank you.
All right, what a performance tonight for J.B. Autry. Getting it done. Jay Bryant, our G of the game, the 5'10 junior forward, shining bright tonight with 18 points to lead the way for the Phoenix. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more basketball to come right after this.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
So Detroit Renaissance wins it 55-51 in the city championship. Renaissance over Mumford for 5 straight titles and a 4-point win. Shane, your final thoughts on this contest and where these two teams go from here?
Get ready for the districts. I think that Kareem is going to go back to the drawing board and just see different things they could have did better. Just a few possessions away from possibly winning that game. And I know Coach Wood, he's not going to be happy with that result either. Just, you know, they're going to definitely watch film on it, see how they can both improve from it. You know, Renaissance is a tough out. I think they have a chance to make a deep run in the States if they stay healthy.
It's been a pleasure, man. Thanks so much for doing this. You do a great job at it. All the best to your Marion Mustangs in the state tournaments.
Appreciate you.
And we look forward to catching up with you soon, my friend. All right, this one's a final 55-51. Renaissance wins it. Thanks for watching the Preps coverage of the PSL title. The girls, Renaissance wins it for the 5th time in a row. Congrats to the Phoenix. We're back with the boys title on the other side after this. Thanks to Alex Westfall, your executive producer. For my partner, Shane Lawal, my name's Chad Bush, saying so long from Midtown Detroit. Have a great night, everybody.